Hello friends, welcome back to Cottage Decor Handcrafted. This week and next week I have two very special videos for you guys. In my introductory video last week I had discussed some artwork that my grandma had completed for me before she had her stroke. So I'm going to show you guys the scrapbooks that she designed for me. The scrapbook today that I'm going to show you actually is a family photo one, so you'll learn a little bit about my history as well. And then next week it will be of my high school senior photos, which I put a little funny twist on that, so definitely check out that next week. These scrapbooks are the most sentimentally valuable thing that I own, as they were handcrafted cover to cover by my grandmother. So please join me. On each page you'll notice that she included the dates, so it's super easy to figure out what year it was. The first photo that you see of me is on a camping trip. I really like the background on this one. I really like how she tried to make it fade to look like I was sitting in a forest. Here I'm just pointing out how she added some tabs for easy page turning. The first photo that you see of me is at my great-grandparents' house. I was actually helping my dad clean out their house after they had passed away. We were going to get prepared to sell, and for some reason there was a mascot head there, so that was just me taking a silly photo. The second photo is of me and my father, and then the third photo that you see there is of me on Halloween in my steampunk costume, and then the fourth photo is me and my grandma with me in my crazy pink hair. These two photos were taken of me in 2009 and 2007. This is where you really start to see when she started to play with layers. I like how she added a lot of layers on the second page, and then on the first page you can see that lace. It kind of covers the photo, and she just really starts to play with layers starting on this page. I love carving pumpkins with my dad and my grandma. My favorite part was the pumpkin seeds that we would make afterwards. I love how on this one she did all Halloween theme and how she added the little bats with the lace. I think it's really super playful and fun. These photos are of me in 2009. After looking at this page, you can really see where my inspiration for collage comes from. A lot of my inspiration does derive from my grandma. These photos are from Christmas Day in 2009 and Christmas of 2011. They were all taken at my grandmother's house. On this one, I really love how the decoration almost wraps around the photos. I really like that, and I'm definitely going to use that and borrow that from her. These photos were taken of me at my choir concert in 2009. That week I had my wisdom teeth and 6 baby teeth pulled at the same time, so you can see that I have some really bad bruising. And then the person's face that I covered up was actually my best friend in high school. On this one I really like the musical notes. I think that they are super playful, and then the middle picture on the second page actually moves, so it kind of looks like I'm in a concert, which I thought was awesome, and how she added some movable parts into the scrapbook as well. These photos are of my great-grandparents. The two people in the wheelchair are my great-grandmother Beulah and her husband Bill. She was the porcelain doll maker that I discussed in my last video. More boring photos of me. I laugh kind of thinking about when I first started to collage, and I used to doubt myself and think, as an artist, this isn't okay. You shouldn't be using pre-made things to make something. But then I realized how beautiful this scrapbook that my grandma made it for me. And my grandma was a wonderful painter. She could paint, she took classes and she did all of that. But I don't have those kind of skills, and hopefully I can develop those skills later on in life. But even just looking at this scrapbook made me realize that art is art, and it's beautiful no matter how you create it. And that's one thing that she instilled in me, is don't let anyone ever make you doubt yourself. So this is where my inspiration for collage comes from, and you can see it in this photo or in this image that my grandma made, that it's okay, you can make beautiful things with already pre-made stuff. Okay, anyway, rant over. These next photos are of another family camping trip that we had. The castle that you see is called Bishop's Castle, and it is in Colorado. If you've never been there, or if you don't know the history, I highly recommend looking it up. It's a really neat little story, so definitely check that out. So these photos are of my first camping trip and my first fish. My dad loves to tell the story because he had baited my line and then he casted it out for me. And within less than 5 minutes, I had this baby on my hook. I was so excited, and this is definitely one of my favorite memories. This is the most cherished photo that I have of my grandma and I. This is also the first day that I rode a roller coaster. Did I cry? Yes. Was the roller coaster made for adults? Absolutely. So the little wheel in the corner that I'm showing you has to be one of the coolest ideas I've seen from my grandma. This is one thing that I wish she would have been able to teach me. This page is of my graduation from community college. A fun fact is I actually completed my high school degree and my associate's degree at the same time. And these are photos from my high school graduation. I like the little graduation hats that she added, and then how in the background you can see like the stars that she edited into the photo, and looked like she started to play with some digital aspects as well, but I thought it was super playful. Another thing I wish I would have learned is how to make these covers. My grandma did design these covers. I'm not sure what technique she used, unfortunately, but however, I would have loved to learn that, and then how to spiral. I wish I would have been able to learn how to spiral things from her. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed getting to know me a little bit more. Next week I'll be doing a scrapbook that she made for me using my senior photos, so definitely stay tuned for that. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Handcrafted with love. Nadia.